Guess where we are?
Well, we are down at the Wellington Waterfront, watching the dragon boat races. Went to the Gypsy Fair. And just look at this place. Even there's a ferry we're going to take in a few days down to the South Island. Well, I think those are the biggest sea urchins I've ever seen.
We've seen this boat all over. Fiji, New Zealand, now all the way down to Wellington. Kind of cool.
Set, go! And what is the stuff?
This is the annual secondary school dragon boat races. These races have been ongoing since 1990. While it is the national championships, they do know how to enjoy themselves, or at least try to keep warm on this blustery day.
Are you alive? You have a line? Are you ready? Attention!
And your I
Cheese are a lot cheaper here.
Wow.
You gonna go gypsy on me? Well, we finally found the trailhead, so climbing up to Victoria Peak. Took us 2 miles just to get to the trailhead. And I think it's like a 2 miles round trip up to the peak and back. Views are supposed to be incredible up there, so looking forward to it. Already we're climbing pretty good. It's full of switchbacks, isn't it? Yeah, might as well. This is really a cool walkway in that they were still in town, because we also got these Victorian homes up in here. And these are cool looking. This one should be taken better care of, but oh boy. I didn't realize we were going to climb Lombard Street. Man, it's got to be blowing 50 knots up here. We're not even to the top yet. Holy cow! We having fun yet? Yeah. We made it! I think the view was worth it. We're on our way back down now. Sure is nice to get out of that wind. Plus we're in a pretty redwood forest here. It took us 4.5 miles to get to the top. So that means from the bottom it was 2.5 miles. The sign said 2 miles round trip. So either we got lost or somebody's lying big time. I think we're gonna get our 25,000 steps in today. It's going to be close to, I think, a 10-mile day. But it is beautiful here. I'm ready for some lunch.
Our newest member of parliament going up for her first day. I don't know, when she gets to the top, she should do the Rocky pose.
Say it again. Oh, Angeline.
The free shuttle to Zealandia leaves from the front of the terminal. Once the car has come to a stop, you will be exiting to the left. If you have
All right, Cindy, here's your chance.
All right, we're on another 5-mile hike for Bart's famous electronic search. All over Wellington this time. We are seeing some cute parts of it, but you know.
What she's referring to is when we were back in A Coruña in Spain, I needed to get a new iPhone, you know, mainly because Cindy's was better than mine. We walked all over that damn town, doing 25,000 steps a day and never found one. Well, today we're looking for a drone. A few days ago, the first time I flew my drone in New Zealand, I backed it into a power line and destroyed it. we're going to the South Island, and I really want to have a drone. Now, I do have 2 more back on the boat, but I only brought 1 with me because I thought, I'll never break it. So we're off to find a new drone. We've already been to 1 store and they didn't have it, so we're walking to 2 more to see if they've got it. Well, we had a little bit quicker success to find my drone. It wasn't cheap. It's definitely more expensive here than it is back home, but it is like 3 generations newer than my old one. But that was an expensive power pole in the vineyards. Now you can see the weather hasn't gotten any better. It's still blowing 30 knots and it's raining, but we're gonna see something I think you guys might recognize, or at least recognize part of it. Look at this. Yeah, we're at the Weta Cave. This is the studio, the artist studio where they produced all these guys for the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit. Be a kind of cool experience. Plus we're getting out of the wind.
Weta Workshop Company was founded by Richard Taylor and Tanya Rogers. They initially specialized in props and creatures for early New Zealand television and indie films. They gained national worldwide fame by creating the armors, miniatures, prosthetics, and weapons for the Lord of the Rings trilogy, taking home 5 Academy Awards. They have expanded and now have been featured in over 250 films, many of which you will recognize. This tour only allows limited videos to protect processes, but look at the props in the showroom. A spectacular place indeed.
Oh, you're looking good. I got it. Oh, no, that's scary.
Well, it's not even like the challenge and stuff.
Might be long enough.
Seen you walk in.
You look like Tim Conway from Carol Burnett used to do that. These are all prosthetics here?
Yeah, guess who this is up here? It's all the same person, all of those 6 things up there. Can you guess who that is?
I cannot.
Jackie Chan.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have never known that was Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Sprinkly, just so that it's easy for us to maneuver around and create shapes. Now there is a dull side and a shiny side. Shiny side you do want to face away from your face, as it is very shiny. You don't want to blind yourself while looking into the light. What I'm going to do now is just fold it in pieces. That also just makes it nice and easy for me to fold it in. When I'm folding it in, I do want to make it nice, light and fluffy. I want to basically pretend that there's something very fragile inside the tin foil. If I were to crush it all the way down into a solid rock, that's all I'd have. I'd just have a solid rock. So in order to create other shapes and stuff, I will need to make it light and fluffy, pretend that there's heaps of air in there. I can twist these different pieces and stuff and hopefully start to create something semi-recognizable. Ooh! Thank you so much. Yes, we have which will lead you to Paltire that has over 100 tutorials online.
Was that like while it's drying?
Yeah, while it's drying.
Okay.
So what it's actually like mostly it's just tinfoil and then they isolate. Not very thick.
Okay.
Pretty thin, yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, we do. Yeah, nice.
So, what did you make?
A Viking ship.
Cardboard.
Let's see that Viking ship.
It's empty. I'm waiting for the Vikings to sail over.
Yeah, oh yeah, he does.
Well, the Weta Workshop was really interesting. They make all the prosthetics and creatures for scary movies, include also like for the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit and tons of other movies. But it was interesting, but holy crap, the weather here in Wellington. We had to go through the airport area and it had to be blowing 50 knots. And the rain is just terrible. We're ready to get in and get to our hotel. Whew. It's another beautiful day in Wellington. The wind is down to 32 knots. Today's going to do indoor adventures at the National New Zealand Museum. I hope it takes all day.
We finish our Wellington exploration at the Tia Papa Tongaria National Museum of New Zealand. We took a guided tour of this massive museum and spent over 5 hours here. There was way too much to film everything, so here is just a taste. But if you're ever in Wellington, don't miss this national treasure.
Called Moli. Some of you have booked tickets to the Breeze exhibition. We give it a name called Moliola. Moliola means energy connecting us all. Goose fish. And then later on you probably will catch a glimpse of goose fish on the big screen. So the fishing line was dropped, then it felt normal, and suddenly something heavy caught up to it. And then they believe that, oh, it might be a whale, might be something big, but usually it would let go. This time, this thing hang on to it for hours. And then they saying, maybe we'll raise the fishing line, they raised it, and then it got hoisted from 2,000 meters underneath there to the surface. And then when it's on the surface, its eye is still moving, its eyeball is still moving, but all the crew smell this great stench. It turns out the chemicals that allow this creature to control flotation also contributed to this really awful smell. So they believe that the squid is already rotting in there, even in sub-zero temperature. So they spent 3 hours to get it on board, put it into a freezer, and then they ship it to the Papa. And they quickly get a Discovery film crew to film the dissecting process, because this was the only time that humans successfully captured an image of the colossal squid. 10 years of Pacific culture, the evil god who doesn't want to share his warmth and light.
You know, the police stopped me for speeding, and the cop says, "Don't you know the speed limit is 65 miles per hour?" I go, "Yeah, but I wasn't planning on being out here that long." How did the blonde break her leg raking the leaves? She fell out of the tree. I'm in trouble for that one.